It's the music judge and jury, aka Queen Millennial. And we're here today just to discuss what all the girls are popping off about on the internet of the fact that it has been allegedly said or rumored that Fifth Harmony, or I should say Fourth Harmony, because Camila is standing her ground. Camila Cabello is not coming back, okay? So Fourth Harmony is supposedly getting back together, and people don't think it's a good idea. And honestly, I don't think it's a good idea either. And I'll tell you why, unless these things change. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, as usual, a word. I have a friend that I swear, best friend. I've been knowing him for it's the 10th year. And I swear, and you probably identify with this type of person. You want to do something. You want to get things done. You want to knock out all the things you want to do, but you're finding that the time is passing you by. Okay? You're finding that the time is passing you by and you barely got one thing done on the to-do list. You barely got one thing done that you want to get done for the day. And you know what? A lot of brains don't work that great in unplanned and just chaos and fly by the seat of the pants. Because if it was working for you, some people can do that. But honestly, that's a very small segment of the population. A lot of us have to, especially when we're artistic and ADHD, we have to brainstorm and write it down. Secondly, begin to execute. Okay? And you need to do it in a format that works for your brain, your eyes, when you're listing these things. Because if it doesn't look like something you want to look at, you're just going to neglect it anyway. So you want to stop this whole it's all up in here mentality, because it has not ever been working for you. And you'll be surprised how much stuff you can get knocked out once you sit down and figure out what's important today, what do I need to get done, and then it's time to execute. Okay? So stop this by the seat of your pants bullcrap, because you're only stressing your brain out. This is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Now, I'm Lena, the workhorse, and on this show, we talk about popular music and popular artists from today, yesterday, and beyond. Today, we're here to talk about the possible reuniting of Fourth Harmony. Okay? So I want you to get comfortable. I need you to grab that popcorn, them chips, that drink, that snack cake, Alizé, Chardonnay, Modelo, because this is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back into It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Now, I'm Paid 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Okay, those are great platforms to build that brand, business, name, reputation up, but most importantly, the community, and hopefully you will probably become a part of this community today by hitting that like button and share people that you do know that like artist commentary, reaction, and reviews. And of course, to truly become part of this community today, you got to do three things. You got to comment, you got to subscribe, you got to hit the notification bell, okay? Now, let's roll right on into this conversation. Okay, so we all know the backstory of Fifth Harmony, how they were put together, the X Factor, yada, 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 right? But of course, when you put girls together who don't know each other, there's no real history there. They're already in their teenage years. They don't really grow up together. It can most times be a recipe for disaster because, again, if you haven't seen my episode, and I'll probably put it at the end of this one, of why girl groups don't make it, right? Why you hear all the time, you'll hear the girls saying, probably yourself, if you're a woman watching this, that you can't stand the cattiness of other women, right? You can't stand that kind of energy, so you'd rather be friends with men, right? Well, that is, again, something within nature that women cannot shut down. They can try to suppress it, discipline it, but other than that, it's still there. It's still happening, whether they're trying it or not. And so sometimes it's hard to suppress and it comes out. But Fifth Harmony wasn't really built on the best foundation anyway. Okay, it's on this crazy X Factor show where it really is more about the show than it is the talent. But they gotta make a group, they gotta make it whatever, to make it seem somewhat authentic. And there they were. Now, the girls, Camila, she didn't really get along with any of the girls. But anyway, the point is that this is not really about the fact of the cattiness or whatever, because the girls, they're great, right? For the most part together. And they really showed a lot, as you can see, to the public, if there was anything going on. But really, the problem with the girls is the fact of the performances, the messiness of the lack thereof perfecting the dance routines and the vocalizations and things like that. When you come back, if they were to come back together, they would have to deliver something different. They would have to deliver something that's worth the while. And they were complaining also about money and not making the money being used up, which is valid, right? But what's going to make the situation coming back together this time different than the first time? I mean, do you guys have to go through whoever owns this and that, and the group and the voice and all the records and all this other stuff, that you guys obviously did not own because you were not making any money off of it, So how's that going to work? And are you going to make any money this time as well? Can you negotiate a great contract this time? Not you're a little bit, you're older, you're no longer teenage girls, you're wiser, a little bit wiser about the business, right? Can you negotiate a contract that works in your favor? Okay? With that being said, what is the goal of getting back together? Is it for the harmonizers? Is it for, I don't know, your own financial gain? If there's any money to be made at all this time? Depending on what you negotiate, if you can negotiate, if they're willing to budge. Do they see value in you? Or are they, as a group, or has that ship just sailed? And they're kind of, you talk to them about it, right? You talk to the label and the people about what you need to talk to, right? Do they really believe in the group at this point? Or are they stringing you along? It sounds good for some reason to them, but you want to get back together and they're not going to push your stuff as hard. They're not going to work hard for you. They're not going to prop you up and put money into you as a group, right? To get you guys back out there, and you want to fall on deaf ears. Because yes, the harmonizers, they're there for when you guys get back together, but without the push, without the marketing, without the budgets, without the creativity of, because if you girls won't do it yourself, that's great. That's great. But all the time I'm hearing these artists talking about they're not pushing this and they're not marketing this. Well, they're always blaming the label for not pushing this, not marketing this, not putting a budget that they should into them. Well, if that's what you're going to rely on, do you think that that you're going to be prioritized on the label? Do you think you're going to be prioritized on the label? Because they could very much look at you guys and say, the girls are older now. The girls are older, late 20s. We are in avoided girl groups, right? We're in avoided girl groups, but we're not exactly suffering without them. We're not exactly dying in the industry without girl groups, right? We're not exactly dying without, we're not exactly dying around here, okay? And let's be honest, for a label to push and package and put females out, it costs a lot more money than it would for a male because of basically the pink tax, which is all the makeup and the hair and the outfits that females have to wear, especially in a demanding business when it comes to the looks and the standards such as the music industry. Okay? So the real question is, with all the things that I mentioned, are the girls considering these things? Are the girls, in your opinion, ready to come back for real? And what do those obstacles look like in order for you guys to be successful with your comeback, right? So let's look for another example as well. Let's look at the Pussycat Dolls. Okay? The Pussycat Dolls came back briefly in 2020 at the height of pandemic, COVID-19. Okay? The thing is, people expected, and maybe the girls even talked about it, including with Nicole Scherzinger, that things are going to be different this time. See, also, we can't forget to mention that Melody Thornton was the Camila in this situation, the Camila Cabello, and she decided that she was not going to come back to the situation. She saw for what it was, that she was right, because the thing is, maybe the girls wanted it to be different, but the thing is that if there's somebody in the equation that hasn't, and who has the power to decide what goes on, such as Robin Anton, right, will be the reason again for the disbandment of the Pussycat Dolls, because Robin wanted this the way that it used to be, right? Robin wanted it the way that it used to be, and then her and Nicole got into an argument about ownership of this and that, and the whole thing fell apart, right? So if the foundation, if the situation hasn't changed, if what you're coming back to is just surface level reasons to come back together, then it's just going to fall apart again. Let's take Danny Kane, for example. Okay, Danny Kane came back together several times, but they just can't seem to get it together. They just can't seem to keep their hands off each other. Okay? The girls they're not doing it. You know? And these are just a few examples. Not all the girl groups end up like this, but plenty of them do. Plenty of them do. And so for all this to say, in my personal opinion, and I could be wrong, I'm willing to be wrong. I am willing to be wrong. That I don't think right now, personally, you probably do agree as a harmonizer that Fifth Harmony should not get back together. Should not get back together. Unless, again, that they got their strategy together. They talked about, they planned it. They got a business strategy together that's so concrete. Not even a bulldozer could come in and knock it over and break it down. But for some reason, my discernment is telling me that I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm here for it still. Yep. At the end of the day, I am here for it. So all this to say, good luck to Dinah Jane. Good luck, Lauren Haregi. Good luck, Allie Brooke. And good luck to Miss Normani. Fourth Harmony is making a comeback. Will you be there to support them? This has been Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, not the influencer. Also known as Workalina, the workhorse. Queen Millennial, the Audacity Queen, and the Technology Queen. If you got your entire life today, and I got you shook with, well, this conversation, then go ahead and hit the like button and share people that you know that like artists, commentary, reactions, and reviews. And of course, to become a part of the community for real, you have to do 3 things: comment, subscribe, notification bell. All right, now this is the end of the show, but not really. This is the bonus segment, aka the shameless self-promotion segment. Okay, I said I was an artist, musician, entertainer, right? So we're going to do that right now. Let me take y'all back to an even tougher time in the music industry for somebody like me. Here we go. See, it's even harder cause I'm gay. It was the price they would have to pay. Would never dare to camouflage. Been on the fake messed up mirage. Now I'm doing here on my own. Ready to proclaim my golden throne. Boys come around and they say what's up. And I see the crowd, they're about to erupt. And now, the song.
I know you're out there looking for a stress reliever.
You're looking for a stress reliever out there.
Drugs, the alcohol,
here we go.
But let me tell you what you need to do. Here we go. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Work so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry me a freaking try. Punch that clock every freaking day. Still on your money, you got to pay. Fuck that shit, man, you need relief. But you got is free for the fucking cheap. Some take care of the freaking kids. Munch your plate for your freaking in. Stress too much, always in a rush, and even brushing and feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have some relief in you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I gotta say is jump, turn that music loud. I wanna see your hands in the crowd. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Lose your mind to the beat. Shake it up, keep moving your feet. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. And if the stress.
And that is all I will be giving you, okay? If you want to hear that song in its entirety, then comment in the comment section. You ready? Let me hear that song. And I most certainly will, absolutely for free. Girl, please, don't you even try. My baby keeps me by his side, even though you keep giving him my beyond. He don't even notice every day. He stays with me. He loves me, he holds me from Metro the fade. Cause the DJ is mine. And girl, you're wasting your time. He only runs